If today is a no bones day, I will make a video about Lake. And if today is a bones day, I will simply make a more energetic video about Lake. I'm gonna check the forecast. What does it say? It's a no bones day. It's a no bones day. You guys are getting an adequate video about Lake. I used to say that I was a big fan of all cozy games. I used to say that I was a big fan of all cozy games, and now I am only a fan of most cozy games. Cozy games are a genre that I really like to stream on Twitch because it allows me to like talk to people while I'm playing the game. So I got to experience Lake in front of a live studio audience. If you've never seen my videos before, I make a lot of gaming commentary stuff on YouTube. So if you like that kind of thing, subscribe. Also, if you'd like, let me know in the comments what game disappointed you the most, because this one was a huge disappointment for me. Lake is a mail delivery cozy game set in 1986. You play as Meredith Weiss, an OS software engineer, I think, who takes time off from her job to get another job. Her parents still live in the small town that she grew up in, and they decide to go on vacation, and her dad is like the town's only mail carrier, so he is like, I have no one to cover me because I live in a town where the population is 4 and some belly button lint. So Meredith goes to town to become the mail person. You'd think there'd be a little more restriction on like a government job, but whatever, it's a video game. Your job is to, surprise, deliver mail. You deliver some mail and some more mail, sometimes a package and then some mail. Thankfully, you can get little side jobs from the people living in town that helps kind of mix it up a little bit, because otherwise the mail delivery just gets so boring. Which honestly is a little weird because I already have a job. Why are you giving me your errands to do when you're apparently at home all day just waiting for the mail? Whatever, I digress. The thing is, all of the characters are painfully awful or boring, or both. There's a gamer boy that's like working at a hotel, and every single time you go to drop something off to him, he treats you like absolute trash. There's an old woman that lives with 20 cats, and I'm pretty sure she is abusing all of them. They're kind of just all like outside, standing on the fence, swinging on the porch swing, like they are just running amok. One of her side quests is that she tells you that her cat is sick and that she needs you to take him to the local fisherman. And so you take him to the local fisherman to check out the cat, and it turns out that the old lady let the cat eat cupcakes. When you take the cat back to her, you can be like, hey, don't feed your cat cupcakes. And she's like, no, it's fine. And then just continues on her day. I hate these characters so much. Even the woman I dated in the game, Angie, is so insufferable. She works at a movie store, and at first she seems really nice, but then she gets really irritable out of nowhere, and I just did not want to be around her ever. The weirdest one for me was there's this lumberjack living in town, and if you deliver his mail, he opens it and reads it in front of you. Like, you're not allowed to leave. You have to sit there and watch him read his mail out loud.
I'd better open this right away.
What the fuck did you just fucking say about me, you little bitch? I'll have you know I graduated top of my class in the Navy SEAL.
It almost seems kind of like he's baiting you to be like, what's that? Like, you know when sometimes people are like reading something and they're like, oh, that's funny, haha. That's really funny, haha. Like hoping someone will ask you what it's about. It seems like he's doing that. Like he just really wants you to know what's going on in his life. And every time I was just like, not interested. I do not give a shit. There's also a side character that we never meet, and it is your like coworker or like co-founder of your operating system. He calls you almost every day that you're on vacation, asking you to do work for the OS, which is so unbearably annoying because you're on vacation. Like, why are you calling me? Even when he says that the operating software is like in the middle of closing a huge multi-million-dollar deal with another company, I'm like, okay, but I'm on PTO, so Anyways, before I get into spoiler territory, I do want to talk about the things I actually did like about the game. I thought the art style was absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's get into spoiler territory. There are 2 characters, I believe, that you can romance in this game, and it is Angie, the movie store lady, and Lumberjack. So when a character offers you a side quest, you can just decline it. Like, you don't have to do it. You can just say, no, I don't want to. I rejected every single one of Lumberjack's side quests, so I have no idea what his name is. Not a clue in the world. I think the way he starts all of his side quests is when he's reading his mail out loud to you, and I just be like, nope, don't care. Anyways, have a good one. See you later. I started dating Angie because at first I thought she was like the only likable character in the game, and that changed so quickly. She asked you to do a promotional like side job for her to help boost business at her movie rental store, because apparently it's like really slowing down. And her idea is basically Netflix in its early days. Like, she gives you this like movie box that has like a movie and I think like a portable screen in it or something, and she just asks you to deliver it for free to people around town, which, fine. I want to date you, so I'll do it. But one day you show up to pick up the box and she's just so nasty to you because she's like pissed off that her movie rental place isn't doing well, and she's just so rude to you. At that moment, it was over. It was all over for me. I was done with this relationship. At the end of the game, there's like this big party. It's like an open mic night that they hold, and I ended up dumping Angie there. She was going on some road trip to like discover herself, and she asked me to come with her, and I was like, you know what? No. No, I'm okay. No thanks. And because all of the characters in this game are so boring and neutral, she just went, okay, fair enough. Thanks for the good times. No one in this game ever gets mad or sad or anything. They're all just fine. They're all just neutral all the time. At the end of the game, you have a choice to either go back to your shitty tech job or stay in the town and stay as like the mail person. And at first I wasn't gonna go back to the tech job because I was like, they just called me every day when I was out of the office. There's no way I'm going back. But then I realized how much I hated all of the characters in the game. So I was like, get me out of here as fast as possible. But leaving the town is when things get really weird. Because I chose to leave, the other postman, Frank, drives me out of town. How did I forget Frank? Oh, holy shit. Frank, the man who trains you, he's like a character that trains you. He gets caught gambling illegally. So the head of the US Postal Office, like one of like the big corporate boys, comes into town and is like, we'd like to talk to you about Frank. And I sold him out so fast. It's not even funny. Hello, ma'am. I'd like to talk to you about... Yes, Frank gambles illegally. I didn't say anything. You didn't have to. He's in the back doing it right now if you want to go catch him. Okay. So Frank the fugitive is driving me out of town when we see a car driving next to ours. And the thing about this town is that every road only has 2 lanes. So there cannot possibly be a car driving next to us unless they're driving on the wrong side of the road. Turns out the driver is Lumberjack Man. He's trying to get us to pull over, and I cannot even begin to explain what's about to happen, so buckle the fuck up.
Sorry about that, Frank. Hope it didn't scare you.
That's okay, Robert. I'm a road rage veteran. But, what's all this about?
It's not about you, Frank. I need to talk to Meredith.
Oh, okay. I'll go have a smoke.
Hey, Meredith. This is gonna sound super awkward and hopeless and desperate and probably a lot more things, but I don't want you to leave. I've decided a while ago that I'm done with stuff like this, but I guess it's not something you can decide.
What the f is he talking about? He drove on the wrong side of the road to get us to pull over.
Stuff like this?
Yeah, you know, I'm a man, you're a woman, I like you. A lot. I didn't want to give in to it. What
in the boomer was that? I knew this game was set in 1986. I didn't know that's when it was written as well. I'm a man and you're a woman? Who wrote this and has he washed his ass recently? I would like to reiterate a few key points about this interaction. 1, I did not spend a single moment with this man. 2, I declined all of his side quests. I literally refused to help him and spend time with him. 3, I dated a woman in the game? What's not clicking, lumberjack? I'm gay. I actually didn't see the rest of this ending because I literally rage quit after he had his whole I'm a man, you're a woman spiel. But for the sake of this video, I did look up the rest of that conversation and oh boy, it is so much more awkward than I thought it was going to be. He tells her to get in the car and she just goes, okay, and then kisses him with the smoothness of a 7th grader on a date at the Westfield Mall. It's just so awful. I'm so worked up, man. This game is terrible. The thing is, outside of like the boring characters, the game was just disappointing. There are so many quality of life features that are needed. Like if you have to deliver a package and you walk up to the door without the package, you have to walk all the way back to your truck, get the package out, and then drop it off. And you can't run in the game. You can only walk, so it's unbelievably slow. Also, this game doesn't let you run people over, which is an automatic 0 out of 5 stars for me. Not to mention, I missed like half of the game because I just did not like the characters and therefore I had no inclination to want to do their side quests. None of them were likable. None of them had any sort of development. Like the gamer guy that I was mentioning at the beginning of the video, I was so hoping that he would like start out all shitty attitude and then over time start to like you more and want to spend time with you, and then you learn more in-depth stuff about him, like maybe he's being bullied for being a gamer because this is back when like being a gamer was like lame or whatever. But there's no development. These people just suck. This game was overall just very disappointing. As a person that loves cozy games, it really lacked like the heart that I look for in these types of games, especially a game that involves some sort of relationship building. Relationship building is what ties me to games the most. Mass Effect is my favorite game of all time, and it's technically not a cozy game, but the relationship building in that game is unbelievable. Like everyone's personalities differ so greatly and you learn so much about them, especially when you do their loyalty quests or their side quests or whatever. You learn so much about them and it grows your bond, and your game becomes more valuable because you have their loyalty and their friendship. But of course, that game is anything but cozy. Of course, Stardew Valley stands out in this field as well, where you build relationships with people who are inherently a little bit flawed. With Lake, it just seems like they created a character for every demographic and then just wrote them all the exact same way. Like they all share one neutral personality. They have the consistency of flat soda. And unfortunately, there is nothing bubbly about these characters or this game. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then you know, I'm a man, you're a woman, you should subscribe. I never know what to say to convince you guys to like the videos, so I will just let you know that if you like this video, you will have liked this video. You're welcome. Thank you, of course, to my fan house supporters who make these videos possible. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for supporting what I do. If you want to see behind the scenes videos and script updates, then you can go subscribe over on Fan House. Thank you so much. See you guys next time when I feed my cat a cupcake and then ask you to figure out what's wrong with him. Bye!